to eat the dream. You have to sleep the dream. You have to dream the dream. You gotta touch, you have to see it when nobody else sees it. You have to feel it when it's not tangible. You have to believe it when you cannot see it. You gotta be possessed with the dream.
Yeah. Any weapon formed against us shall not prosper. Young niggas started with oozing noodles, now we eating lobster.
I'm living my life like it's golden, golden, golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden, golden, golden. Living my life like it's golden, golden, golden. Living my life like it's golden. I know that I'm chosen. I know that they know I'm the one.
What is up, my beautiful people? It is your boy Lyndon bringing you guys a brand new video here today. Hope you are all doing well. Just want to kind of start this video saying thank you for all the support you guys showed the last video. I really appreciate it. The views have been good, and what's even better than the views is to see that you guys really took the time to have a look at the video and kind of see the whole thing through. I think the average watch time was something like 9 minutes, which for YouTube that is incredible, because that means that's obviously the average view time means kind of compared to my usual videos, kind of get between kind of 1 to 3 minutes average view time. So for that video to have 9 minutes means a lot of you guys kind of stuck through to the end, and you guys kind of took the time and you obviously wanted to know more about kind of the story. And like I say, it's kind of took up kind of a big part of my life the last 6 months. So I'm really appreciative of you guys. I can't really ask more as a creator than to have people that want to kind of hear you out and hear what you have to say. So I just want to say thank you for that. And also what I'm kind of writing today is I was going to write a video that I already have pre-recorded, but that's going to come out on Friday now. But yeah, what I'm bringing you guys a new series called Winning Wednesdays, where hopefully I'll bring you guys kind of a bit of motivation, let you know kind of what's going on in my thoughts, where I kind of see kind of the channel going, or what I think is kind of important for people who are kind of maybe aspiring to do something a bit different, kind of want to kind of go against kind of the norm, and yeah, just kind of have a good time of it. So this is going to be the first episode, and I think based on what I tell you in this episode, there's going to be a second episode being basically why I'm so kind of financially aggressive. But yeah, because my costs, some people will definitely look at it and be like, Lyndon, you're a bit mad for this, like, why are you spending so much? But yeah, basically what we're going to do today is we're going to be looking at like kind of my technology costs, like because technology is probably my highest expense, and I see most of my technology costs, especially in terms of YouTube music, I see it as an investment. And the reason why I think it's an investment is because say maybe one day I pack it up kind of 3-4 years in, like there's always people that want to be YouTubers, always people that want to be musicians. So a lot of the equipment that I've bought holds kind of good resale value, which is one thing that's quite good to know. But at the same time, like I want to get as much use and like do as well as I can with the stuff that I buy. And like I say, I tend to buy kind of the high-end things because I want good quality. In the past, I bought kind of low-quality stuff when I was obviously younger, like back in like secondary school, try and buy like the £30 capture cards or the £10 webcams. They just don't last very long. Whereas I buy quality and it will last years, and that's kind of what I go for. And that's kind of been my thing with technology. And I kind of recommend that to others as well, to kind of buy one thing and expect it to last years, rather than like trying to buy something and having to upgrade it every 6 months to improve the quality. But yeah, let's get into it. Winning Wednesdays. I want to obviously bring a quick shout out to the intro as well before we carry on. The intro was wins and losses, and I kind of give you guys the significance behind the intro as well. Is that's actually my gym song. So when I'm about to do so kind of before I do kind of on the mats at the gym, kind of two main things I do. Either the ab workout, like ab workout with like it's got basically just like it's like a separate day, and you take kind of 10 to 15 minutes, and then you've kind of got my push-ups, sit-ups, and plank. And the plank's probably the hardest bit. Basically in that same position for like a minute or so. So before I go into the plank, it's these words I say to myself every time I'm at the gym, and it's great. You have to eat the dream, you have to sleep the dream, you have to dream the dream. You have to see it when nobody else sees it. You have to feel it when it's untangible. You have to believe it when they cannot see it. You got to be possessed with the dream. I'm pretty sure I might go a couple of those words long, actually. It's a bit embarrassing. But basically, what I really like about those words, it's written by someone called Eric Thomas. He's a motivational speaker, obviously in front of Meek Mill songs, Winners and Losses. And it's basically saying that when you have to, what I take from it, you have to be your biggest fan. Like, you have to believe in your dream when nobody else sees it. And it's basically being consistent, like, keep driving at it, like, keep pulling away at your craft. And that is what I'm trying to do, and that is what hopefully I'm going to do for you guys over this kind of lockdown period. Is I'm not going to kind of leave any kind of gap longer than 3 days in between the uploads. So this week, obviously I've done Monday, today was Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. I'm going to make uploads, and then we're going to go again, and then we're streaming also on Friday and Saturday as well, the new Call of Duty. Hopefully as long as it arrives to my house in time, we'll be playing Call of Duty as well. So that's sick. So I just want to explain that as well. So yeah, let's get into the video. Without a doubt, let's get into the categories. So the 4 categories that we're looking at for this are going to be YouTube, gaming, music, and personal. And just to let you guys know as well, so this is going to be over the last 2 years, and then I'll have the odd things that I spent that I've kind of found major purchases before November 2018, but majority of these purchases were in the last 2 years, and also does it include insurance products that I've bought. So just know the actual figure you see at the end, the number is actually higher than that. You'll see what I mean. So let's get into the first category, which is YouTube. What I'm going to try and do as well for you guys is I'm going to try and put as many pictures on screen as possible, and if I don't put a picture on screen, all products mentioned will be in the description. There will be an extensive list in the description of all the products that I'm discussing today. If you want any sort of advice on them, or something you're looking at just trying to buy any of these products, send me a message in the comments, or however you need to get in contact with me, and we'll sort it out. We'll have a conversation, and if I can help, I can help. But brilliant. So YouTube, I have my MacBook Air, which cost $1,300. I've got my Canon camera, got this right here to show you. It's this plus all the accessories, SD card, bag, about $310. Before 2018, I bought 2 GoPros. So I've one actual official GoPro, which would have been around 100, 120, and then I've got like a fake one from like Amazon, like £40, but they're both decent, and I've got those down to come to about 180 in total plus accessories. I've got a blue Snowball, £70, webcam and ring light, one I'm recording on right now, £60. You see, for £60 it's HD, it's pretty decent, I can't lie. And I've got a phone mount for kind of Instagram lives and stuff for the future. So yeah, look out for that. Yeah, it does the job, it's pretty decent. That's £20. So for over the last 2 years on YouTube, I've invested £1,760. Obviously the bulk of that being the actual MacBook, but yeah, a few other things as well. The next category of technology purchases will be gaming. So with gaming, I have had a bit of a mare recently. So I thought my gaming setup was complete, and I found out the Elgato that I had doesn't really work well with my MacBook, so I've had to upgrade that. And then also the webcam I bought, a Razer Kiyo, which is an amazing webcam, by the way. It's one of the best of its kind, but it doesn't work on Mac particularly well, so I've also had to look to upgrade that. So that's why gaming is probably a bit more expensive than it probably should be. But yeah, so I'll tell you the products now. So I've Elgato HD60. That was plus with a Stream Deck. That was a bundle. That was £260. I've now upgraded the Elgato, so I've got the HD60S Plus. That was $190 on its own. The Razer Kiyo, which is a webcam, that's also got a ring light. That is £90. I've got the matching microphone, which is £100, and I've also got a Razer headset at £100. Obviously, Razer is a great gaming company, very trustworthy. So I'm happy to have their products sponsor me. Nah, said that. And also, I've got basically the upgrade webcam I've got. So I don't use this one for streaming just because it works really, like, it makes like a dodgy noise when putting a external mic into it, which is fine for these videos when you're kind of gaming and shit's going on all around you and it's all action. Then I want a proper webcam that can support a mic. So I've got a Logitech Stream Cam, which I recently bought. That was $130 and it does the job. So total cost for gaming over the last 2 years comes to £870. And yeah, obviously that's like best of the best equipment, obviously, for my Twitch. I really invest in that, and obviously you got like games as well, but I kind of count it separate. But yeah, Twitch is no joke. It is expensive to get into. You could do it. You could definitely do it cheaper, but like it is still gonna be a heavy expense for you if you want to get into it. So the total combined amount for YouTube and gaming comes to £2,630 so far. And the next category is music. So with music, I've got a brand new mic and stand. You've seen it in a couple of rap videos and also in the channel intro as well. That is £270. The first ever mic I had recorded kind of my earlier freestyles on and stuff. That was about £30 off Amazon. I've got a mixer which powers it all. It's plugged into the wall. That's £40. Audio interface £20. I've got my studio monitor, studio speakers, kind of like USB speakers. They were £90. And I've also got 3 stage mics. So I believe there was a freestyle last year where I was performing in my living room. They were using the stage mics. They were £70. Headphone amplifier, which I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really used. That's a bit of an L. And that was £60. That was before I knew about the mixer and audio interface. So like I said, that's a bit of an L. Actually, probably anything in this list I don't use. Wires, excess wires, kind of £10. And then studio headphones. I've got like these Behringer studio headphones. They're really good, but they are about £100. So in the last 2 years, obviously barring the first mic I bought, that's £660 spent on music in the last 24 months. And the cumulative total so far is £3,290. So we now move to the personal category, and the personal category is made up of 2 things really: my headphones and my phone contracts. Earphones are pretty much impossible to track because I bought so many pairs of earphones, especially when I was commuting. I didn't really spend that much on earphones. I can't really think of a notable pair I bought over £20, but I bought a lot of earphones over the last 2 years, but I can't really remember. So that, I'm gonna say that's negligible really when compared to the price of what I spent on the rest of this. So in terms of headphones, I am a massive headphones fan, over-the-ear headphones, and I've actually had 5. I've had four over-the-ear earphones and 1 kind of in-ear kind of gym piece earphones. So I'd say four of those range between £100 and £150. That's kind of my range for headphones. Like I've got 4 very decent quality headphones for that price, and I've been satisfied with them. And then the 5th one was the one I was most disappointed in, which was the Beats Studio 3s. I don't rate Beats. I just don't rate them. After about 2-3 weeks, I knew I wanted to get them back. I was busy at work, missed the cut-off date to hand them back, so I had to sell them on eBay and lose a loss. So the Beats Studio 3 is about £260, which for £260 you're expecting quality. You're expecting loud bass, kind of just quality sound, and I just didn't get it. I just weren't happy, and I was like, for the money it cost, like I think close to £300 and £200, you want quality in your ears, and that just what the Beats just didn't provide that for me, so they ended up getting sold. But over the last 2 years, I've spent £740 on headphones, which that's a big expense. But headphones, especially when I was commuting on the train every day, they were my biggest go-to. Like every day, hours and hours. I definitely get my use out of my headphones. That's all I'll say. £740 brings total to £4,030 so far. The final thing I'm going to put onto this list is my phone contract. Some people wouldn't include this because it's not repurchased. It's more, they say it's a contract. But I'm going to include it just because I think it's probably one of the most shocking ones when I deeped it. So obviously, in terms of the main video, it's kind of what I spent the last 24 months. But I am going to include some things that I didn't spend before because it's still quite shocking. And there's a couple of stories behind them as well. So yeah, obviously the main phone I've had for the last 2 years is the Samsung S9 Plus. As currently on charge at the moment. That was about £60 a month. I rounded it up from about 58. That works out to be on a 24-month contract, £1,440, which is pretty mad. I didn't even deep it like that. I finished paying off that contract last month, but yeah, to realise you actually put that much, and you think kind of iPhones now were kind of, you get like these 70, 80, 90 pounds a month. You don't deep it when you go into these contracts, how long it actually is and how much you actually end up paying for these phones. Whereas when you come out the contract, I'm definitely not selling it anywhere. That iPhone S9 Plus, if I got £500 for it, I'd probably be very happy with that. Like, it's not worth nowhere near that anymore. That's just something to think about. Also, kind of the other stories I have with these phones is the iPhone 7. Some of the guys kind of close to me personally know that the iPhone 7, I had it for a few months. One of my first lads' holiday to Zante, and dropped it in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea off a paddle boat. So that was great times, and I paid out that contract as well. That contract totaled to about £1,200. It's about £50 a month. That was 2016 to 2018. So after the phone from the sea, I couldn't get out the contract, but I put the SIM into an iPhone 6 that I had and just carried on. But that was a painful mistake, lads, to not have insurance. And insurance saved me a couple of times, to be fair. A newer one I had was a Samsung tablet, which was sold to me while I was chilling in bed one day. Got a call from me, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you can sign up for his tablet." He was trying to sell you his tablet, and I was like, "I'm not really sure. I don't really want it." And then I ended up getting it. That was like a £20 a month thing. And obviously that total was about £480. So pretty mad when you actually add all that up. So kind of my phone cost since 2016, it comes to £3,120. Obviously, just for the sake of the video, during 24 months, the last 2 years, that was just 1,440. But the total across all those 4 categories I mentioned, I've spent on technology. So that is YouTube, music, gaming, and personal. I spent £5,470 in the last 2 years. Which I can't lie, I was doing the math just before I went and recorded this, and it is mad. Like, that is mad. But then you have to put it into context. Obviously, if you take out the last kind of 2 months, I've been working all the way through that time. It's kind of 22 paychecks. So that works out, if you divide it over the 2 years, it works out spending £2,735 a year. That means in a month, that's about £227.92. £60 of that is a phone contract that I've had. So purchases, I'm making about £167.92 a month in technology purchases. That's my average over the last 2 years. Obviously, if insurance products, that's going to go up. It's probably pushing more towards, realistically, it's probably more towards like £180 a month. But yeah, it's pretty mad. I'm probably going to try and bring that down a bit now I've actually done this video and realised how high it actually is. And I realised I've now got high quality equipment that I probably won't need to upgrade unless I'm really going for like the top notch stuff. Where I'm pretty happy now. I think this equipment will last 3-4 years. I'm going to get my use out of it. So this has kind of been the initial outlay, and I don't think I'll spend as much on equipment after. But yeah, I'd like to kind of think now I'll kind of put this information out there, what you guys think. Also, if you guys have any more stories about kind of what you spend on technology, obviously technology is a massive part of our lives. And also, what I will say, what does allow me to do this is what it is basically like my cost technology. So I say it's my biggest outlay. I don't really go out as much anymore. Probably why I spent kind of more on technology probably this year than anything else. Obviously with COVID as well. And also, what I'll say is that I don't really spend much money. My clothes budget is very minimal. My purchases average is probably close to what I spend on clothes in a year. My clothes spend probably much more than that. I can't imagine me more than £200-250 a year. I don't spend that much on clothes. And I try and get all the kind of cost minimal. So technology is really kind of the main thing I invest in. And I get a lot of joy out of doing this YouTube anyway. So it's not much kind of oh yeah, I'm doing YouTube because I want to recoup this money. I'm doing YouTube because I want to do YouTube. I love to entertain. And obviously to bring out high quality content, especially with the market that we're in and kind of what I'm competing with for your attention. Then for me, it's important to actually have this quality and show a good account of myself. But yeah, let me guys know if you enjoyed this. Let me know if you find this interesting. Like I say, it's a pretty mad number, and it's kind of something different. It's something I've never seen this on YouTube before. People actually going for the technology expend. I know some people definitely have a higher spend than me. But yeah, that's it. I'll let you guys go. Hopefully you enjoyed the next video. Next video will be out on Friday. It is a very good upload. It's detailed upload. It's a bit more personal. It's about music, but it's not exactly music. You'll see what I mean. But have a good day, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!